Okay, I just want to show this real quick. I went in and penciled in all of the raised lines. Could have done a better job, but it is what it is. You can use, this is what I used, is these templates, and what they are, they're the Hasegawa template set. This is a template set 1, and I think there's 3 different template sets. I thought I was ordering a different set. I thought this was number 2 when I ordered it, but I ended up ordering 2 of the same one. And you cut them out and they become 3 different little frets. It's a lot easier to handle and stuff, and it gives you many different patterns here. Yeah, these got squares and the circles. This one's got the ovals, and this one's got a whole lot of different stuff. Do straight lines and stuff. Me, when I do straight lines, I just use the edge of it. But yeah, used this on most. Well, actually, I used it on pretty much all of it. You can see the way the panel lines are. This is one remedy for the raised panel lines. You can go in and pencil them in, and then I'm going to shoot another clear coat over it to keep the panel lines like they are, and then I'm going to start putting decals on it. So yeah, and of course I'm going to probably lose the tail fins. Yeah, I've done the bottom the same way. And you just go, like I say, you just go in and you look at the pattern, and I'm going to show you can see, like right there, these different patterns. These I didn't, I just kind of done by hand, and you can tell anyway. What I mean, but I didn't use a template. I used a template on that and these, and you can just go in and, like I say, I have nothing that is nice and uniform and pretty, but it is, it's there. It actually represents, or enhances the panel lines. So raised panel lines, not a problem. Just pencil them in. Okay, this is going to be the final on the U.S. Armed Forces group build, the U.S. Air Force edition of it. This is the Revell F-15C. This is it was a pretty fun build. The decals, they released this model with these decals, but the decals I have here are the aftermarket decals by Warbird, and they are the decals. If you have the Warbird decals, be very cautious. I'm not sure if the decals in the that come with the Revell F-15, like I say, you can buy the Revell F-15 with all these these markings and stuff, these decals. But I don't know if they are the same quality as the Warbird decals. But like I say, if you have the Warbird set of these decals, be warned, they are extremely thin, very, very fragile. They tear extremely easy. I had them breaking apart on me in the water. Because as you do when you put decals in water, they want to curl up, especially if you have longer decals. And when they would curl up, I like to put my decals face down. One, that helps them, helps prevent them from curling up because they're upside down. And I hold them, when I put them in the water, I kind of hold them down just for a few minutes or a few seconds, like 20 seconds or whatever, just to to try to let the water saturate the paper so they don't curl up. But the ones that curled up anyway, when they would uncurl, they would crack, and they were cracked by the time I took them out of the water. The decals on the bottom, and I'll show you real quick. The ones on the bottom, they look pretty good. There are some issues because they broke apart. Now the ones on the horizontal stabilizers here, they didn't give me any issues whatsoever on the top or the bottom. But the big wing decals, they did. The ones on the tail, the vertical stabilizers, had no issues whatsoever. Just the four main, actually 5 main decals, the top and bottom of each wing, the one down the spine, and the chicken on the nose of it, both sides of the nose. And I know it's an eagle. I'm just calling it a chicken because it was irritating to get on, so it's not as graceful as an eagle. But yeah, it's like I say, it turned out okay. I am not happy with the decals. It's definitely not a 5-foot model. It's a 10-foot model at best, but it makes a pretty good shelf edition, a decent shelf edition. I won't say pretty good, but a decent shelf edition. I did get frustrated with the decals and didn't do all the detail work that I wanted to do, like the putting in the nav lights and stuff, and just little things here and there. I do have a pilot in. Let's see if I can get him in here a little closer. Actually, the stand, try to see if it's going to come off the stand. I don't really want it to, so I'll pick it up here. Let me readjust my light. You can see I got a pilot in there. Just kind of slap some colors on him and put a wash on to give him my presence in the cockpit. And look at these wing decals. You can see how bumpy they are and everything. And I used microsol on them first, and then they weren't laying down very well, and then I doused them good after I seen they weren't going to do much. Then I doused them good with Solvaset, Walther's Solvaset, and that made them suck down more, but there's still issues on both of the top ones. Like I say, the bottom ones are cracked and broken. I was able to piece them together, and they look a lot better than the ones on the top. And that one down the spine, it has a lot of issues. But sorry about that. I decided to I was going to put it has a landing gear in it, and you can have it on the base, or you could have it on landing gear. I just decided to omit the landing gear and left it on the base, just in flight, since I had a pilot. Anyway, this is the base is one of my designs of 3D print. Actually, it's just a copy of the round 2 base, but I made it up on my 3D builder program and printed it out. I'm going to print up more of these because I like the you can sand them and do all that and get all the striation lines and stuff out of it if you want to. It works good for what it is. It's something to hold up your model. You don't want your stand to be better looking than your model, because nobody will pay attention to the model. But anyway, that is about where we are with this. It's as complete as I'm going to do it. All the paints that were used were Model Air, Vallejo Model Air, and Model Masters Light Ghost Gray is what I painted the base coat with. And then I came back with Vallejo Model Color Dark Ghost Gray. I had to stop and think about it for a minute. And that's what the nose of it is, the darker colors. It had, the Dark Ghost Gray had a little bit more blue in it than I really wanted. I wanted it a little bit more darker gray, a little colder gray, if you will. But anyway, it looks pretty good. Like I say, it makes a good shelf presence. These are the engine exhausts are painted with Vallejo Model Color. I put down, see, what did I put down first? I put steel down first, and then I come back with jet exhaust, and then a little bit of pale burnt metal, and topped it off. You can see some right here, but it's done a little bit of copper shading in there as well. So this one's done and done. I'm going to probably get back on to the Klingon Vorcha. I think that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. If you followed along, I appreciate it, and I'll just see you next time. All right, take care.